Hello and welcome back to the Shutter Sports Refresh, the weekly show that breaks down all of the biggest news in sports in just 5 minutes. I'm your host, Lucky Roberts, and let's get started. With the Olympics having finished up last week and the Paralympics not starting until March 6th, there isn't too much crazy going on in international sports at this current moment. Come back next week to see an update on the Paralympic Games. What is going on, though, is the first round of the playoffs in Champions League soccer. Each matchup plays 2 legs against each other, with the aggregate score of both matches being added up to see who wins and moves on to the round of 16. The second games all went down last week, so let's see the results. First, Atletico Madrid took down Club Brugge with an aggregate score of 7-4. The two teams tied their first matchup 3-3, but Atletico Madrid turned on the Jets in the second game to take the win. Then it was Newcastle confidently taking down Karabag with a 9-3 aggregate. Leverkusen and Olympiacos tied their second game with an underwhelming 0-0, but because Leverkusen won the first match 2-0, they moved on with a 2-0 win on aggregate. Then in perhaps the biggest upset of the round, the Norwegian club Bodo Glimt took down Inter Milan with an aggregate score of 5-2. Bodo Glimt barely snuck into the playoffs in the first place and then took down number 10 seed Inter Milan, also the top team in Italian soccer at this current juncture. Let's see if they can continue this hot streak going into the round of 16. Next up, it was Atalanta who had the biggest comeback of the round against Dortmund. Dortmund won the first match 2-0, so things seemed all but over for Atalanta, but they went all out in the second game, winning it 4-1 and winning on aggregate 4-3. Then it was Galatasaray taking an upset win over Juventus with an aggregate score of 7-5. PSG narrowly defeated Monaco with an aggregate score of 5-4. And finally, Real Madrid took down Benfica with an aggregate score of 3-1. The round of 16 kicks off March 10th, so we'll check back in the Champions League then. Coming up this weekend, we've got an exciting slate of events. First off, UFC 326 is going down Saturday. The main event is the big fight for the BMF belt, or baddest mother effer, the reigning champion Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira. And also on Saturday is the first race back in the F1 season, the Australian Grand Prix. If you remember, last season ended with a crazy close race at the top of the driver standings between McLaren's Lando Norris and Red Bull's Max Verstappen. Both drivers will definitely come into the Australian Grand Prix looking to prove themselves, and so it should be an exciting one. And for our last piece of news this week, let's take a look at the NHL standings. It's the Tampa Bay Lightning that now hold the top spot in the Atlantic Division, which has been up and down all year. There doesn't seem to be a single team in the division that's out of the playoff race. The Buffalo Sabres, who were previously at the bottom of the division, have now risen all the way up into second place, just behind the Lightning. And last year's division winners, the Toronto Maple Leafs, have fallen all the way to the bottom of it. What is going on in the Atlantic? Things are a little more settled in the Metropolitan Division, where the Carolina Hurricanes hold a strong 7-point lead over the second place Pittsburgh Penguins. The New York Islanders are also looking to catch up, having won 5 games in a row and have snuck into third place. Moving over to the Central Division, the Colorado Avalanche continue to be the best team in the NHL, holding a league best 87 points at the top of the standings. The Dallas Stars and Minnesota Wild are also both strong, sitting in third and second. We'll see if they can catch up to the dominant Avalanche. Then finally in the Pacific Division, the Vegas Golden Knights continue to battle with the Anaheim Ducks for the top spot. The Ducks have won 5 in a row and now just sit 1 point behind the Golden Knights, so the race is coming down to the end of the season. And that'll do it for this week's episode of the Shutter Sports Refresh. I've been your host, Lucky Roberts. You can check me and our writer Finn Noel out on Instagram right here. Also be sure to follow the new Shutter Sports Refresh Instagram page that provides breaking news and not just a weekly recap. Thanks for watching.